Okay folks, this will be a real interesting one. It's going to be a challenge, I do think, to make this one look good, but it's got potential. It's one of those sorts. I really miss my partner Luigi. I'm trying to get in touch. I'm going to leave it on that. Let's see how big we're going to make this one. So the horizontal is probably going to be 300. The vertical is probably going to be 260. We'll see how we go with this. It's a challenging one. I'm going to lighten it right up. Okay, let's see what this is. It is a money box. So it's got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So this is a children's alphabet money box. So it's a really nice looking finish, all the colourful iridescent colours. I think it's a silver plate. Even though it says to clean it, you don't clean it with, you don't use petrol, no, not petrol, silver polish on it. For some reason it says you don't use, not to use silver polish. Let's see if we can make this into an interesting piece. Yeah, interesting. It's still not big enough both ways. Interesting, that's the bottom of it, that's the felt. We need to enlarge more on the horizontal and a bit on the vertical. But it looks interesting. So, I don't know how big on the horizontal we're going to make it. We're going to make it pretty well close to 400. Or maybe not. Maybe make it 360 by 260 by 270. 360 by 270. Yeah, we're still too small. We need more horizontal and a bit more vertical still. I had a feeling it was going to be too small. Yeah, so I'm going to have to make it a lot more elongated. So it's probably going to be close to 400. So we're going to go 390 by 280. But folks, I'm really missing a loved one, and I'm hoping to get in touch with him soon. His name is Luigi, and I'm trying to get this creative photocopier use on the primetime free-to-air news, on the TV, on regular, something that everyone watches. So we're going to enlarge that a bit further and a bit vertically. So I'm really having trouble. I really miss my future husband. His name's, as I said, I've already said it, going at full 100. So I'm really trying to get my stuff out there. It's really not an easy thing to sell, even though I'm not asking for any money. What I mean by sell is just getting it on air, like as if I'm making money, but I'm not. I'm not interested in making profit. I'm just interested in getting my stuff where it should go, and that is on television. Now that's as big as it gets, and we're still going to have a little bit more. We might reduce it a bit, just snick off a bit at the bottom to make it a bit more, but basically I really miss this person, and it's really been difficult trying to get this stuff to go up. But I have to keep trying, folks. I've got to make an effort because perseverance will pay off. I do believe in that perseverance and positive thinking. Positive thinking is something I've not been very good at most of my life, but I'm trying to teach myself how to make it happen, how to be positive even in the yeah, that's it, that looks good. So even in the face of negativity, and well, the TV channels do favour negativity in their bulletins. It seems to be the thing that they believe is going to pull the ratings. They think that they don't seem to think that a love story like this is going to make any kind of ratings. You know, what happens, they make money out. I don't know how the ratings work. I'm not really good at understanding how things work due to my disability. I struggle with comprehending what I read and try to learn. I had brain damage at birth, which seems to affect the hippocampus and the short-term memory. And I struggle trying to comprehend and learn new things, so I can't grasp what this ratings thing, how it actually works, but all I know is that it has something to do with the TV channels making some kind of profit out of what they air, that it's to do with the number of people viewing. Now that looks shit, but I'm actually thinking it could look nice. I might do another one and see if I could do a better version. So yeah, I struggle to understand things, which really fucks me over. It really pisses me off that I have this fucking brain damage because I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first and the oxygen was starved. So it's really hard to understand how things work. Even though I'm very smart, I would have been perhaps a scientist or a CEO if it wasn't for the brain damage, or I would have done something. Now that looks really quite nice. Wondering if we're going to use that. But I really get annoyed that I can't learn things as fast as I'd like to. You know, I really struggle learning things, but I do try. You know, you just have to try, you know, and I'm talented at this photocopier art. It's not like I'm totally lost. You know, I'm not totally fucked over yet. You know, despite the fact that I have this brain damage, I'm trying to use whatever talent I've got that has not been I'm going to make it there. So, you know, I'm just trying to use my talent. I'm actually thinking we might enlarge it a bit on the vertical and maybe a bit across there, maybe cut that off. I don't know. I'm actually thinking my intuition's telling me. I have a really keen sense of intuition, folks, that helps with some of the things my disability or human reasoning can't fathom. So I try to go with instinct, gut feelings. But I really miss my partner, and he loves me as I am. He'll never forsake me. He'll never turn his back on me. I had people I called friends when I was young, and I was in really bad sense of need, and they departed from me. They left me to basically die alone. I lived in a place that was full of crime, and it was funny, when I moved into that place, they all just departed, they all scattered. So I lived there for 7 years. This was in Manly, and I lived in there feeling terrified because of the crime that was in that place. Fortunately, I've settled down and I'm not afraid of dying or death. So I really love my partner Luigi. I just hate what I did when I just didn't go with him. He had a strong sense of intuition as well, and he knew that these people that I called friends were going to depart, because he left me a calling card which basically said, when you need a friend. So he knew it, and I didn't. But I'm really angry at myself for not being with Luigi, because I now have to fucking get this stuff to go to air on television in order to find him, to get in touch. I know he still loves me and he shares my passion for photocopiers. So we are really an ideal pair that needs to be reunited. Otherwise, what's the point? We really need to be together as a couple to get married, even though he's probably in his early 50s and I'm in my late 40s. So both of us are not getting any younger, so to speak. So sooner the better. Anyway, that's come up better than I thought. I think now we can call this demo quits.